Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda.
I'm Jacob.
And today I got a funny story for you. So we had a company reach out to us called Newbie, and I don't know, we haven't really gotten into why we're in Canada and Linus and them are still in Sweden. But on our way, literally leaving for Canada, we received a mystery box from Newbie. And I mean, like, we were literally, the postman arrived as we were loading our car with our suitcases to go to the airport. And this is what came in this beat up box, and I had a headset and this line cable come in. And we didn't know. We just threw it in the bag, stuffed it down, and headed off to the airport. And then when we got to Canada, understood that they had sent us a note stand, a music note stand, and the line cable, and a headset for cancellation. And we love to test all the products that people send us. And I couldn't understand at first why they sent these things to us, but then I thought back, we do a lot of choir events and things like that.
Yes, we've done that before.
Yeah.
Bigger events with more instruments and audio boards and everything.
So I bought the exact same equipment plus some extra stuff and sent it to Marcus and Linus over in Sweden because they had more things going on, but their events canceled, and we ended up having to try to figure out how to demonstrate these products here in Canada without a choir or a band.
Yeah.
But that's fine. So today I will be the musician.
The band.
I am the band. And Jake is going to represent the audio guy. We've both done audio for years,
Yep.
but I've been playing in orchestras since I was 11.
I have played nothing.
So let's start with some fun things. Let's start with talking about what we have on the table here. Yep. The stuff they sent prompted me to start researching them, and we found some other things. So like I said, we had gotten a kind of a noise dampening set. It's not noise cancellation. It's not electronic by any.
Yeah, they're not active, so it's just
Yeah,
literally
it's
blocking
just
sound.
earmuffs,
Yeah.
right? And we get the line cable. I'm going to get rid of the box, but this is the box.
It came this way, by the way.
It wasn't their fault. This was definitely the post office. The way the package came to us was just beat up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nice braiding on the cable.
Yeah, one 90-degree side and one straight side.
I like that it comes with a case.
That's nice, actually.
Yeah.
Keeps the dust away, because there's a lot of nooks and crannies that can get dirty if you keep them around.
Say what you will, but I've had one of these in my possession, not this particular brand, for probably 100 years. I should have brought that one for the episode. Maybe we could throw some B-roll of it in later.
Oh, yeah, the middle one?
Yeah. And somebody gave that to me way back when I was in like high school band. And I've kept it always because it's always something nice to have. But yeah, it's just a wire music stand, and it has the little note holders. So if you have your paper on there, that will hold it up. And what these are terrific for is when you're playing and in an orchestra, especially.
Yeah.
Or if you're just traveling on vacation, this fits in your case. Actually, let's just cut to future me showing you what this looks like real quick. Hey, welcome to the basement that I grew up in. You see the epic Lego collection I grew up with. I was an only child, so I got all the toys. Well, here is my original music stand. And again, these are excellent. Forgive me if I sound a little weird. I caught a cold since we did the last bit. This is the kind of music stand that you have with you as a home practice stand or a travel stand. This thing is 1,000 years old. It's rusty, but it lasts. It's got these old like Christmas tree style things. And these were not uncommon in school band either. But when you got to a little bit higher budget music, music programs. So like when I went from junior high to high school, we started seeing these bigger steel stands. And we use those a lot in our productions in broadcast. They're a lot more sturdy for musicians. They do, however, take up more space. They take up a lot more packing space, and a lot of people either they don't want the music stand to be seen in the production so much. So an option like this one would have been a better choice. Or like at home, I don't want to have a big giant stand that I can't fold down, just kind of taking up space in my living room all the time. You might be even more enthusiastic about music than I am, and maybe that's exactly what you want, but that's not what I want. I don't have enough space. I have to provide for the Lego. Anyway, the downside of this is it pinches you. Those steel arms are terrific. You have these extra top guys that hold your music in. And it goes pretty high, but I mean, it is heavy and it's clunky. This one's rusted together in the center. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, maybe I could get the second rising up. There we go. Imagine it could go up one more level. But yeah, these were kind of gimmicky, but they were around for a long time. So now this guy here, he feels more like, I think it's aluminum tubing in the middle, the Newbie one, but a lot more sturdy and a lot less pinchy parts. So how it came in the box in 2 parts, but I probably would store it as one whole piece. Let's get the old guy out of the way. So there we go. And it has nice little rubbery articulating arms to hold the music in. Its max height is probably about what the max height of the other guy would be. Yeah, so, that's a little bit of a downside. The thing that makes it compactable to ship makes it easy to pull it out. You're not going to pull out the other one. It's like really hard. But that's probably your max height there. Maybe if you extend the base a little bit. Yeah, like that. There you go. So that, ooh. Make sure you tighten it. There you go. Yeah, about standing height for if you're playing music, but right now I'm sitting. It's fairly decent quality. I especially love the little arms here, and you can articulate like most stands down a little bit. If you're the conductor, you're gonna want it like that. Something else that you want to consider is that these nubs are rubber, and that's really great for it not sliding around, say on a gym floor or on your stage floor. Whereas these guys here are metal. They can scratch your floor. They can slide around a lot more, and yeah, they can blunt object you if you're in junior high. Don't ask how I know. And they're noisier, which is something if you accidentally kick your music stand. If I move this guy around, you don't hear it the same way that you hear, right? So 2 types of music that I would probably be using. Sheet music that the band director or your group might give you at a practice in a photocopied form. And then you're going to want to just sort of tuck them in there using the arms. As you're going to have to, with this guy, you're going to have to adjust it so that it's not pushing it through the hole. But I like that the arms are kind of articulating. Do you see that? So it wanted to do that, but I can articulate this to kind of put it anywheres on the sheet music whatsoever. And one thing that's really important about that is sometimes you're covering your notes, so it's good to be able to articulate it out, or where it's not in the way of what you're reading. Whereas with the older style stand, that's how I would hold that in. And on a windy day on an outdoor practice, or like if you were doing sometimes we did park parades on Canada Day or whatever, we would be out and playing. And if it was windy, you'd need these. And you would be taking a stand like this, not the big heavy guys. And the big heavy guys often don't have the little holders. But yeah, so you're going to use either loose paper, I'd imagine, or an iPad nowadays, or you're going to use something like a music book with all kinds of different things in it. And again, you just want to be able to use your page holders like so. E minor C. So that's what you get. It's nothing too exciting, but I do see it's a fairly decent music stand, fairly decent quality. So check them out. And again, it's light enough for you to carry around with you if you're a traveling musician or in a school band or whatever. Maybe it might make a great gift for your high school band student, but even your enthusiastic music person. The only thing I could say is when we do the bigger stage events, we do use the bigger, heavier note stands. But it's all a matter of preference for what you're working with. All right, back to studio. What we ordered in addition to that, they produce a Bluetooth headset. They produce a wireless guitar cable.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wireless guitar system. So basically it's a line transmitter receiver to go to your amp from your instrument.
So line cable without the cable.
And it has a guitar hanger. And I bought this just because I need one and wanted to check out the quality of it. So let's open this guy up. So it comes with the screws.
A distancer, yeah.
The distancer, yep. Here is the hook itself. And again, this is like nothing revolutionary. It's got some nice rubber padding, and that will help the guitar not to slip off of the hanger at any point in time.
Or get scratched.
Yeah, and it's got a nice loop to it. Mm-hmm. So I've seen a lot of them that are just like a straight U shape.
Oh, so dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. But that really is nice.
Yeah, keeps it into the wall.
And what I really liked is that it's got this really nice wood backing.
Is it wood or is it wood finish?
I think it's wood. Look, if you look inside.
Yeah. Nice, real wood.
So I'm excited to put that up on the wall. We'll do some B-roll of that so you can see that. But just so you know, that's why I bought that. And I just wanted to put it up because these guys seem to have an awful lot of interesting products on their website. Now, first things first, we want to demonstrate what we would use these for. We used to have a trumpet player who would come and he would do his warm-ups, and I'd be trying to connect things for the rest of the band, and he'd just be like, bah, 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 bah. So to demonstrate.
All right, so excuse my microphone. I'm gonna put this inside my microphone, inside my ear, so you can hear what I hear.
Can you hear what I hear?
Works it.
All right, so you want to hear outside first.
Outside first?
Outside first. It's a little cold out here. And then inside the ear, I could play all day. You just don't want to. How did it feel, Jake?
It felt very comfortable, and that I didn't get any of the high notes in. I could hear, of course, that there's a trombone in the room. That otherwise it would be crazy. But this is another useful thing, because if it was a concert and I needed to adjust your mic, I actually have to get this close.
So next up, we got this wireless guitar system, the WJ2-1. I love the case that it comes in, and I'll tell you, this was really great. It connected right away for me. But there is some pairing buttons that are right on the side, super easy to use. You just power on and pair them up. It's very intuitive.
And you had the charging cable for both of them at once?
That's right, USB-A to double USB-C.
Nice.
And these guys, they turn on so easy. Let's just take those, here, you take the plastic off on that guy.
I actually like that it has a hard physical cable.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're playing guitar and you have to reach back,
Yes.
you need to be able to feel when it's on and not hold in for 3 seconds and hope for the best.
No, exactly. It's a hard physical button
Yeah.
that's on and off, and that's what Jake means. So you can be sure that you have it on. They're 2.4 gigahertz frequency range. They have a rotatable plug, so it doesn't matter which angle you plug it into. But how does it work out in the field? We'll send over to me playing some electric guitar. Do not judge me. I haven't played the electric guitar since we had kids because it's too loud.
Yeah.
Here the sound is nice and clear just from a little foot away or so. And I'm just going to back up and play a little. I'm not very good at playing and talking at the same time. Although you think I'd be good playing and singing, but talking's not the same. So right here is about 25, what do you say? No, this is about 15 meters. Yeah, 15 meters. And still pretty clear sound. Now, from here, if I turn my back, Jake, do we lose the feed? Yeah. So it's not very clear from here if I turn around. The feed drops out. You got me back now, though? Is it clear? I'm getting a little like echo from the lake. You see the lake back there? Still clean? Sounds like there's no real latency on it either. Like I go like this. Again, don't judge me. And I hear it as I'm playing it, so that's all good. I'll go back a little further. So again, we know if we turn around, then we're missing, we drop the signal. It is a 2.4 gigahertz, but I'll say this. I would expect the audio guy would be in like say a church or a conference. This is about where the audio guy would be roughly away from the event at most event centers. We're maybe 25 meters from each other now, give or take. Yeah. And yeah, the only downside to this is if you do lose that line of sight. So if you turn around, then it dropped right there, didn't it? Yeah. So what I would say, what I would want to see maybe from this, because the sound sounds awesome, like straight on, totally clear. Mind you, there is that echo off the lake I'm hearing, but I can hear when I do that, I hear the pickup down there on my amp, perfect. So what I would actually say is they need to actually get some antenna capability so that if you do have a real rocker who's like spinning around on stage and banging their head, you're not gonna lose the signal. And again, like the whole benefit of having a wireless pickup is so that your guitarist can be free to like rock out like, you know? Not that I'm rocking. Again, I told you, I haven't hardly played electric guitar for the better part of 15 years since we started having kids. But acoustic mostly. Is it cutting there? Yeah, so past 25 meters and we're losing the signal. All in all though, it's a really cool product. I definitely would consider using it for like, say, your keyboard that's not bouncing around on stage, and maybe saving some cables on your setup on stage. But if you got a guitarist who's gonna bounce around and move a lot, you wanna have that line of sight or have some antennas that are gonna help you pick that up. Overall, for the price, Super cool pickup. You want me to spin around? Jake wants me to spin around. Yeah, so definite drop as soon as I spin. And let's see, even at like here. It's a little more solid at 5 meters or 7 meters, somewhere between 5 and 10. All right, back to studio. All right, so as you can see, I mean, they worked great. They were very clean, but not ideal if you have somebody who's going to be on stage dancing around.
It could also be if somebody else walks in between.
Yeah.
That would have the same effect as turning around.
But if newbie, if you're listening, if you can find a way to have the support antennas up on stage,
that would work. Yeah.
That would work great. Likewise, we plugged it in way back at the amp. If you as the audio technician had the stage box and plugged it in up there, you'd probably have a lot better result and they probably could dance around.
Yeah, if you can have it closer by, hidden.
Yeah, well you saw I turned around when I was really close to it and it was all right. So
smaller stage would be fine then. So.
Yeah. All in all, I was really impressed with the price and the quality of them. Yeah. Okay, so on to, how about we do the headset? How did you find the headset? Let's look at what's in the box.
Yeah, sure. So this one comes, let's put it there. This is the M51. Comes with a little charging cable. Comes with a case, and it comes with a couple of extra, just toss them out there, different sizes. And this is the charging case, so you pop it in and it charges. So when you have it up, the unit's in here, so you take it out and you put it into charge it and then just leave it in for a while. It has 85% battery, says right there, which is a nice little feature. Other than that, it just goes behind your ear. So if you move around a lot, it's better than the Apple earplugs or the in-ears, because this one actually loops around your ear.
Well, yeah, actually, to that point, I can't wear the earbuds. They just fall right out of my ear. So this would be an alternative for me.
Yeah.
And here's the different sizes that he's talking about. So that just depending on your ear hole.
Or preference.
Or preference. Yeah.
So there you go. So, but it's also, it's, what do you call it? Uni-eary. You can have it on both ears.
Uni-eary.
Yeah, I don't know. It's now a thing, so it can go in this way too.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah.
You sure? There you
go.
Sure about that?
A little bit of fiddle, but there you go. Also has 4 buttons on it. So you have the mute button on the top there, so you can mute it, or you hold it in and activate your Siri or whoever you have on your phone that controls your life. And then you have a plus minus for your volume, and then answer the phone right there. So very easy to use, not too many complicated things to use. But we did a little bit of field testing with it, so we can send over to that. We did a little, things. So you check it out.
It's a field test.
It's a field test, really, yeah. Alright guys, so now we're in a car wash with the M51. Gonna test the noise cancellation. And like you might have known, it comes with this little charging case, if I can get it up. There, so you have tons of battery time and everything, and you charge it just by popping it in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and call Amanda, and she's gonna record on her mic, and we'll see what it sounds like. I'm just gonna do a pre-soak anyway, so let's give her a call.
All right, can you put the noise cancellation on?
It's unactivated, so as soon as the noise comes in, it'll cancel it.
Well, I definitely still hear. The car wash, but why don't you talk?
Yes, so this has about 80 hours of battery, I believe, so we're going to charge it easier. Do it, pop it right back into the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can charge it up. It doesn't take too long to charge up again. And you can pretty much keep rolling quite a long time, so very long car rides. Now the blasting has stopped and it's rinsing off again. Now it just sounds like rain in a rainy day. It is actually a rainy day, yes it is.
It is a rainy day, yeah. So that's kind of neat. I love the fact that it has a little charging case. Of course, everything does nowadays. but that fits in your pocket really nice.
Yeah, or
And-
in the display part of your car.
And again, for me, what made this really interesting was, the Apple Pods fall right out of the buds. They fall right out of my ears. I'd have to tape them in. I'd have to wear that just to get them.
And that's what you usually
I'd have
when you.
to wear that. Yeah, what I have is I bought like one of the Sony headsets that like the big cover ear ones
Yeah.
that you can talk to and Bluetooth through. But
They're so big, you don't bring them with you.
I don't
always.
bring them with me always, but this I could put in my pocket. So really nice. I like the sound quality. You sounded great to me. I didn't really hear the noise cancellation to the level that I would expect it to be, but you were clear. Okay, so the very last thing that we have is the cable itself. So this is a very well-known brand. Probably every guitarist out there who really is hip knows this brand. I won't say what it is, but this is the Control, and this is the Newbie one.
Yes.
So let's test this out. Bring the amp up.
I present to you amplifier. And while you're setting up, as an audio tech, when you're doing line cables, every time you plug them in and play with them, you should always double check that this part here is screwed on, because sometimes this comes loose and it gets a little wiggly, and you don't want anything that can affect your audio going to the board or have to do that live.
All right. No, and you're totally right. So let's test our Control first.
Control. Oh, I could put my microphone in the front so you can hear.
Yeah, but before you do though, going back to what you were saying, 90% of the time, if we had something fail in our audio setup, it was the line cable, not the XLR, always the line cable. And I think it's because it is the thing that is most in the hands of the people who are not part of the tech team, like the guests and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds clean. Actually, I do sound a little bit of electrical hum in it.
Yes.
Do you hear that? That wasn't there when we did our pre-recording test. This is the audio technician in me. Where's the hum coming from? All right, so turn it off. We could do countless episodes on how to source noise in your audio system.
Oh my goodness. We had so many issues with that in different setups, where power was crisscrossing, lights were on the audio boards. I mean, there's so much. So yes, we could definitely.
We shared, like when we did large events at the TV channel we were working at, we shared those large events with a certain church, and that church had the worst stage in the entire world, and we had to like lay our system over their system.
Oh,
they were the kind of people that had the cables going everywhere. Bless them. So, I mean, overall, it's a great cable. I like it. I like the braiding on it. I like the feel of it.
Yeah. I like the sound to it.
I like the sound to it. So, I mean, what I can say about Newbie is, other than thank you guys for sending us out the items you did. So, again, you guys know, they sent us the line cable, they sent us the music stand, and they sent us the headset. We bought the other things, and they didn't ask us to. I literally did it because I wanted to understand the company more. Yep. They have a lot of very interesting products, definitely more musician geared than tech geared. The motivation for us testing it is literally they sent it to us and I thought it was interesting enough to try. Yep. We're not paid for any of this stuff. we do get to keep the music stand for free and all that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we want to help you guys find the right gear and think out of the box and, you know, maybe give you some life stories as we go from the industry. We'll see you in the next one, guys.
All right. Bye now.